Good morning and welcome again to the Haven Financial Group radio show. Thanks for listening. I'm Larry Kallevig, founder and CEO of the Haven Financial Group. Feel free to visit our website, havenfinancialgroup.com, a great website, all kinds of retirement tools, our calendar of events. I want to point one out because Father's Day is coming up. Sunday, June 21st, we've actually doing something a little different. We have a Father's Day pancake breakfast we're putting on actually with Apple Autos and Sophie Aloft Hotels here in the Lakeville Municipal Airport, where my family has actually a jet and some planes that they'll be able to go through. There's going to be plane rides, and we're proud at Haven to be sponsoring that. So the Father's Day breakfast there in Lakeville between 8:30 and 11:30. Young Eagles, come on out, have some pancakes and some breakfast, and start Father's Day right at. Now I say that, but it is going to be during our radio show. It's okay if you miss a little bit of the show. I give you permission, okay? I just thought of that as I was saying that, Jim.
You can listen to it on the way there.
There you go.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. We are talking about the fundamentals of retirement. And we've talked about retirement accounts and how they really are a fundamental to drawing income while you're in retirement. We've talked a little bit more about just a moment ago about inflation and being aware of that as you put together a retirement portfolio. Now we want to talk about early retirement considerations. You know, Larry, life doesn't always happen the way you plan it. And so for some people, retirement might come about earlier than they had anticipated or even wanted, because maybe they're let go from their job earlier than they thought they would be. Maybe they have health considerations. Someone else has health considerations. There's a number of different reasons why this could possibly happen. Some people, however, just make the decision that I have saved enough. I'm in good shape and I'm going to step out at 60. I'm all finished. So there are different scenarios.
There is. You know, retiring early for some is a dream, okay? And some they'll be able to afford it. Some. But for others, it's not going to be realistic for a variety of reasons. You know, retirement is often meant as a reward for success, maybe hard work, good timing, you know, call it whatever you want. But it also can bring challenges for a lot of personal reasons. You know, not saved enough. And sometimes, and you said it already, life's calendar doesn't cooperate with our calendar. And most Americans today, this is a recent study by the Employee Benefit Research Institute, most Americans retire around the age of 62. However, the median expected retirement age among current workers in the United States is around 65. And I have folks that say, well, I'm going to work till 70. I'm going to work till 68. Well, guess what? Life happens, health issues, layoffs, parents get elderly, caregiving responsibilities, taking mom and dad to and from the doctor. Maybe they're in the nursing home. And then, of course, financial considerations can be a real drawback. So, yeah, there's benefits, okay, to retiring early. Sure, and maybe they're appropriate in your situation, but does it make sense? That's why we want to have a discussion. That's why we want to get started early. You know, it provides newly retired people earlier. It gives them more leisure time to pursue the things they want to do. Maybe it's golf, fish, travel, family time, whatever that is. It can improve their health and well-being. Maybe it gives them a little bit less stress, no more work, less stress. Maybe gives them some go to the gym, silver sneakers, working out, all great stuff to balance a lifestyle, which can get out of whack if people are working a lot. I get it. Pursue new interests, things that maybe a different business or hobby or volunteer work. We hear all these things, and they're all great. If it fits into your early retirement plan, if you have developed a financial independence by saving along the way, managing risk, maybe paying off that mortgage so it's not over your head, they can have all kinds of health ramifications to improve your health. Maybe you don't have longevity in the family. Maybe it gives you more time to collect Social Security if it makes sense. You know, when people tell me, well, nobody in my family lives past 65, then I think early retirement and turning on Social Security makes perfect sense. But I hope you're the trendsetter in the family that does get by 65. So all those are benefits, Kim, but then there comes the challenges. And we hear about it for many people. Financial insecurity, not able to do the things you want to do, uh, underestimating expenses. And you and I, and Glenn's been on many times, underestimating healthcare costs.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. And healthcare costs not only, but supplements, Advantage. We are able to help, Glenn and Isabella are, a lot of folks. Coming up here in that not so distant future will be annual enrollment. I encourage everybody that's in this age group to shop it out every year. There's serious changes coming in the Medicare supplement and Advantage world this year too. You shouldn't pay anymore to have somebody help you or be a partner. You really shouldn't. Again, challenges, they're all over the place. So you haven't saved enough, your savings is depleted. I call that liquidity. It isn't 50 to 100 grand, which we like to see in a good balanced retirement plan. It can be very challenging, and these can be kind of gut-wrenching conversations that we have to have. But what's your situation? Who's helping you? How often do you get together? Are you having the easy conversations and the tough conversations? Again, what can you do now, depending upon your age? It doesn't make any difference. Doing something. A failure to plan is a plan to fail, and none of us want to. But what can you do now? This is where, if you come on in with us, we can at least start the conversation to see maybe things aren't as bad as they may seem. Happened this week. This couple came in. They're listeners on the show, and they're from Lakeville. And they thought they were really behind the 8 ball at the age of 63. But because they managed expenses so well, we felt very comfortable to say, after we had a 2-hour planning meeting with all the plugging in all the numbers, they had good longevity in the family. So mid-90s was oftentimes in the family. Barring any life-changing moment like long-term care nursing home, that is a threat. It should be a conversation that everybody should have because there's much better options. They were in a much better position to go, wow, we actually feel much better than coming in. And it wasn't flattery. It wasn't puffing up numbers. It was real numbers adjusted for inflation, taxes, reasonable returns, and their situation was much better. We also have the reverse conversations where there's confidence. The confidence is there. We're good for retirement, yet their expenses are way out of whack. And, oh, by the way, guys, did you know you're running out of money by the time you're 77? How does that make you feel? Not good. We thought we were in a better position, but we didn't do any detailed planning, so we really didn't have good numbers. Let's be real. Let's be legit. Let's talk it through. Problem is most people are not, and that tends to be a real problem.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're looking for a partner to sit down with, to talk about, maybe you think you're in really great shape and you're considering retirement at 62, but you're not sure and you want to make sure the numbers are good. You got longevity in your family, but you've been a great saver. Then this is the time to sit down before you actually reach 62 and make that decision and talk with the folks there at Haven Financial Group, 612-504-8400. Maybe you're someone who thinks I'm going to have to work until I'm 80 because I haven't done the work that I needed to during what would be most people's earning years. Well, maybe you're not right about that. Maybe things aren't quite as dark as you might think. Sit down with the folks at Haven Financial Group and let's find out. 612-504-8400. 612-504-8400. Larry, I feel like peace of mind, just knowing one way or the other has got to be better than guessing.
There's nothing better than peace of mind. And you know what? We sit down with those that have it, and man, they're living life. And we sit down with those that are not experiencing it, and it's tough. And why not have the conversation earlier, proactively, than being reactive on the backside?
Absolutely. One more time, it's 612-504-8400. Give the folks at Haven Financial Group a call. Tell them you heard us here on the radio. When we come back, creating a budget. I know it doesn't sound fun, but it really is important. And more importantly, you got to stay with it. We're going to explain to you how you can do so. That's coming up right here on the Haven Financial Group radio show.